Hi, St. Andrews. My name is Julie Wood, and as always, it is my joy to be with you for today's morning moment. Today, our passage comes out of the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 8, beginning in verse 5. Join with me if you would. When Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him asking for help. "Lord," he said, "my servant lies at home paralyzed and in terrible suffering." Jesus said to him, "I will go and heal him." The centurion replied, "Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed." Now we know as the passage goes on that Jesus praises the centurion for his great faith, and ultimately Jesus simply says the word, and the servant is indeed healed. Well, normally when I've heard this passage taught on, we hear about the great faith of the centurion, which was indeed great faith. But as I was meditating on this morning, what really struck me was who Jesus was in this whole scenario. Before I share my reflections, I want to just give a little bit of background. First of all, the centurion was an officer in the Roman army. He was a Gentile, or no doubt a pagan, and generally, Jews didn't associate with Gentiles. Secondly, it was completely against Jewish custom for a Jew to enter into a Gentile's house, which makes it all the more remarkable that Jesus offered to go to this man's house. So, here's my reflections of what I saw in Jesus. First of all, I love that Jesus treated the outsider, this Gentile, this pagan, this other, as someone with full dignity and honor and respect. Now, apart from the miracle of the actual healing, we don't know what the rest of the lives held for the centurion or for the servant, but they were no doubt transformed by that important encounter with Jesus. And I can't help but wonder what would have happened if Jesus had never stopped. What would have happened if Jesus wasn't willing to associate with the other and missed this opportunity to so profoundly impact this life and all those who heard about it? This led me to ask myself, how often do I slow down in my day-to-day life? How often do I see the other? Do I see someone who kind of has nothing to do with my priorities or my agenda or my social circle or all that is comfortable in my world, simply because there's opportunity to do so? So that was the first question I asked myself. Secondly, I love that Jesus offered to go into the centurion's home to heal his servant. Most Jews in that day would have believed that a Gentile home was not worthy of them, and this would have been all the more so true with someone like Jesus because he was a rabbi. But Jesus was always on kingdom mission, because God's love transcends boundaries and even cultural and religious rules and regulations. So not only did Jesus stop, but he went a step further by offering the fullness of himself in humility, as Jesus always did, to go to the centurion's home, I believe, in order that he could be a display of the Father's love and power. You see, the rule or custom was insignificant in comparison to the opportunity that Jesus had to love and to bring healing in this circumstance. I love that about Jesus. Well, sometimes being about the Missio Dei, or the mission of God, it often invites us to transcend boundaries of comfort, and just like Jesus did, to humble ourselves and to proactively actually break down barriers that so often can separate us, especially in today's society. So friends, as we go into this new day, let's pay attention to the Holy Spirit. Let's see who God might put in front of our path to love, to have a conversation with, to listen to serve, maybe even to disadvantage ourselves for. Let's keep in mind the heart of God and the opportunity that he gives you and I each day to be a display of his glory, of his power, of his love, and sometimes even his healing. So with that, have a great day.